So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, joined by my other gracious co-host, Jay Random. This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company that needs to put out more content, but I have been slacking because life just hit me. I'm trying to do the best I can. What's up, Jay Random? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Jay Stokes, hey, happy to be alive, man. You know how that is. So I'm doing good. No complaints.
Somehow chemistry still has 127. No, our followers on Tumblr is going up. We have 127 followers on Tumblr now. I'm just like, why? I mean, I'm not complaining, but still, why?
Wow. Okay, that's good.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy. So, let's get into the news for today and let's stop stalling. I know we were talking about some things that we're going to talk about earlier.
What's up?
Redundant. I just said we were going to talk about things that we're going to talk about. What's up with that? All right. We said on the phone earlier that we were going to talk about certain topics, and I actually want to throw a monkey wrench into the equation. So, have you heard about what Rihanna has been doing?
No. What has she been doing?
So Rihanna has become, on top of being a great pop star, she has become the first black woman in charge of a major luxury fashion house in Paris, and it's called Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. That's the name of the fashion line. It sells multinational luxury goods conglomerate. Oh, wait. It is a French multinational luxury goods conglomerate headquartered in Paris. So Rihanna's making big moves.
Sounds like it.
Here.
Sounds good. That's what's
so
up.
It's best to assume that Rihanna's done with music.
Yeah, you know what? You got a point, Jay Stokes. She ain't coming on. Yeah, you got. I mean, she's making money. I mean, listen. We do what we do to make money, right? So if you and I, say for instance, you and I won the Powerball, will we go back to work? Because no, now we can actually do what we really want to do, right? So that means now we can really take the radio show on the road, really help chemistry, bring it to the next level. But until you can do that, you tolerate it. So I treat that like how she treats music. She tolerated it till she think about it, until she actually got bigger and better. Now she's like, I'm done. Like, I wouldn't even want to hear music from her because it wouldn't even be hungry. It would be just trash. You know, it's just like rich people who can't play instruments who got a rock band.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not surprised. No. Anyway, it's kind of like, what is she going to do? Come on, an album, not tour? Like, she has businesses that she needs to take care of. She's more relevant to the fashion world than she is to the music world right about now, I think.
But with that being said, if she did come out with a song now, the internet would blow up.
That is true, but I don't think she has it in her. I don't think, once again, I think she tolerated. Just look at it like this. I look at it like a lot of entertainers. They do it only because it's a job. But if they won money that can sustain them for a long time or forever, believe me, they'll stop doing it. And then you really know who loves what. If that makes sense. If that makes any sense. As far as you can tell that she really didn't love music as much as she loved what she's doing now, because take for instance Donald Glover. He's an MC, but he's also a actor or a film writer. I don't know about a film writer, but he's a screenwriter, right? But he loves.
He writes scripts, so he writes for a television show and for film. Yes,
but he loves music so much that he actually said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to do this music." So even though he was good in his field, he stepped out of it. It did music because he loved it. See, that's one who loved music. Rihanna, I don't know what's driving her, which is okay, but it seems like she doesn't love music like she used to, because if she did, with all this going on, she can still do it. Look at Jay-Z, look at Beyonce, look at Taylor Swift. There's a lot of entertainers that actually have their hands in different type of baskets, different type of avenues, doing different things, moving around, making more money. But it seemed like she's probably done with music, like you said. So
Yeah,
it is what it
yeah,
is, right?
it is what it is.
I ain't
And
mad. Listen, tonight's Powerball tomorrow. 'Cause I'm about glad to go. I'm just messing around.
oh my god, oh my god.
I gotta go. I gotta play. Hey, listen, it's for chemistry. We win, you know. Look, heard I said we win, we win. Shoot, let's
We
get it.
win, we win.
Yo, listen, it's $389 million for I think Mega Million, and Powerball is like 289. I don't care. Once you're talking about the 100 millions, I don't care. Just let me win. So
SMH,
Random,
SMH,
random,
SMH.
no, all day, every
SMH.
day. Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
you're just trying to find an easy way out. My whole thing is
easy way
even
out.
if
What are you
you-
talking about? What are you talking about?
because
What's the easy way
like
out?
easy money isn't always good money. That's
Are
my
you
philosophy.
joking? Are you
I'm
joking?
serious. I'm serious.
Dude,
That's why I
what do
don't
you
play the
mean I'm trying-
Powerball.
Dude, what do you mean
Nah.
I'm trying to find the easy way out? Are you crazy? Listen,
The
understand.
Powerball's the easy way out, bro.
That's not an easy way out.
What?
Listen, that's not an easy way out. You know why? I'm not guaranteed to win. So I play it like 4 times out of a year. That's not an easy way out. I'm not addicted.
You're wasting your money on that. You could be putting that in savings.
Dude, that's 4 times out of a year that I only play scratch off. I mean, not scratch off. Quick pick. Quick pick?
Mm.
Yeah, quick pick.
How
That's
much money you
$8.
spend?
That's $8 a year. Come on, man.
$8. You could put that
$8.
$8
That's
in.
Chipotle.
You could put that $8 in your savings account.
And
Got
guess
that
what?
interest.
Yeah, interest 0.00000.5 times $8. Man, listen. They be like, come back when you get 10. Put 10 up in there. Then we go. Then we gonna start adding interest to it. $8. Listen, that's Chipotle, man. That's all.
Oh my god.
Chipotle. Yeah. What's up?
Actually, I wanted to touch upon this with Rihanna. So
What's up?
Rihanna, she started off as a little edgy, but she had more of a clean reputation. Then after the incident happened between her and Chris Brown, in which Chris
Yeah.
Brown beat her up in a car, then she became more of a bad girl. She started using
Yeah.
the bad girl, Riri, all that stuff. And she became very sexual, very out there, didn't hold her tongue. In fact, I think that incident damaged her definitely. But with that being said, that was pretty much the persona she took on. I was reading an article not too long ago by Marcus Granderson on medium.com.
Okay.
And the article was titled On the Other Side of Cancellation, Restoring the Legacy of Whitney Houston. And basically what this article was talking about was how Whitney Houston, how she had a good girl image, but as soon as she started using drugs, then that's what people associated her with,
Crack.
drug use.
Crack.
Right, crack cocaine, and they just started making fun of her in all these different ways instead of looking at her as being a decent human being and having a soul, right? And he was talking about with black women in entertainment, there's no room for error, because if you make a mistake, then it's hard to redeem yourself. It's hard to actually be restored. Like a Demi Lovato or Britney Spears, they could have a nervous breakdown, they could use drugs, but then people are going to look at them as, oh, well, they mean well, they're still good people, and obviously these are white artists. And so with
I know. I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Look
No,
at
you're good.
Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
or
Exactly.
or Drew. What's her name? Dang, the girl who did E.T. She played E.T.
Drew
best friend.
Barrymore?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, because I'm glad you brought this up. Because look, we say all these people that actually are still in business, still making money. Even Lindsay Lohan. But then the minute Lamar Odom started smoking crack, his whole career was over.
Right. So the reason why I bring this up, yo, you're wrong. I see your face. The reason why I bring this up is because it seems like Rihanna took on more of that bad girl persona. And even though she has this great opportunity ahead of her where she's selling her clothing and she's being the first black woman that's being in this major Paris fashion house, Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But Moet, I think. Moet. So even though she's able to do
Probably,
these,
you're probably right. It's probably pronounced Moet, but I always hear people pronouncing Moet, but it's probably more than Moet.
Mhm.
You know how
So
it is.
even though she's allowed to do these things, and she's been honored at Harvard University, I think she got an honorary doctorate there. No, she got the humanitarian award, I think, not too long ago. And so even though she's doing these things, do you think she'll be able to escape that bad girl persona? Do you think she'll be able to escape it, or do you think she'll always have that stain on her and people will always associate her with that? Because with black women, it's either or. It's either you're the princess or you're the pauper. You know, you're the good girl, you're Lupita Nyong'o, or you're Nicki Minaj and what's her name, Tiffany Haddish. Like, there's no in between. So, do you
Hmm.
think Rihanna will ever get that good girl image again, or do you think that her reputation will ever be like, oh, look at Rihanna's great, or do you think she'll always be edgy and looked at as this sex symbol and as this bad girl? What do you think?
Good question.
Yeah.
I think that is up to Rihanna. I think Rihanna now has enough pull to could create her own narrative.
Okay.
Meaning,
Okay.
meaning, I think she has enough power to get a do over. You know, as long as she uh actually does the right thing in the camera. Because don't forget, we mentioned Robert Downey Jr. and Drew Barrymore, just to name those two. They actually made a fool out of themselves, high off of drugs, admitted that they were drug addicts, but in the camera they redeemed themselves. Now Demi Lovato, she keeps falling off the wagon. I'm not understanding why. Um, Lindsay Lohan,
Don't do
I think
drugs,
now
kids.
she,
Don't do
yeah,
drugs.
Lindsay Lohan, she finally getting back. I heard Britney
Yeah.
Spears about to fall down the wagon, fall off the wagon again, allegedly.
Yeah, but I
So
think she actually has a mental condition. I think
exactly,
that's up with
so
her. Yeah.
exactly, so that's why I think I know sometimes we point out why is it that we can't do certain things, but I think in this particular instant, I think it's up to Rihanna. Rihanna actually now has the power to control this narrative going forward. And the sucky part is she has to stay on the straight and narrow. But hey, listen, if you want to have that certain image that's going to help your business grow, then you probably should put that first, you know? But she's not really doing anything. Anytime I see her, she's always happy. She's always in the sundress. She always talking about makeup or something. She's not like back when she was doing music, when she was smoking weed and wearing no bra and wearing damn near half nothing outfits. She's
Hmm.
different now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's also maturity. So I think she can. I mean, granted, at the end of the day, they always going to associate her with Chris Brown. They're always going to associate her with. And no, that's not fair. But I mean, hey, I always associate Robert Downey Jr. as the drug addict. So I
Oh,
mean,
really? You do?
yeah. Every time I look at him,
Oh, wow.
listen. If he start twitching, I'm like, oh, he back on that white. Um,
Dude, if he starts twitching though,
listen.
if he
He better
starts
not,
twitching,
He better not be cold. I'm like,
oh my
oh
God.
man, if he touch that nose one more time, somebody to get the drug test out. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, man. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Um. So yeah, I feel like she's always gonna be associated with the Chris Brown. But the good thing about it is that she could always be associated with it, and a good reporter, a good news anchor, or whoever's doing the actual piece on her will always say, "But look at her now." As long as they say that, because it's not where you start, or it's not how you start; it's how you finish the race.
Yes, sir.
So
Very true.
she's finishing this race. So there's no reason why it should end with and she got beat up by Chris Brown.
You're right.
It should not end with that. And if it does, then we can revisit this and we know it's really a black and white thing. So,
Right.
because she's doing good.
Speaking of looking at somebody's past or looking at things that they have done instead of focusing on the now, let's take a look at Mr. Robert Frederick Smith, or Robert F. Smith. He is a tech billionaire. I think his net worth is about $5 billion, and he donated over $40 million in
48.
order. $48 million.
48 million.
Wow, $48 million in order to pay off the loans of nearly 400 young men at Moorhouse College.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, he was the guest speaker there, and people are just going crazy over that. There's a lot of different storylines that are coming out as a result of that. But Jay Random, I want you to take over right now, and just I want you to present one of the storylines, and I have some storylines of my own with this topic.
So basically, right about now, they're meaning the media is now bashing Oprah Winfrey, because now they're asking Oprah, okay, listen, Robert Smith did this for Moorhouse. What are you gonna do? And Oprah Winfrey basically came back and said, "Don't tell me what to do with my money."
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, to sum it up, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was more words. She probably was more articulate than that, but she basically told, whoever complains, she basically told him, listen, don't tell me what to do with my money or how to spend it. So she does have a point. I mean, because Oprah does do a lot. She don't do a lot. Well, I don't think she does a lot in the U.S., but she does a lot overseas, for far as I know. Like, I'm not really into what she does because, I wouldn't really know what Robert F. Smith, his name, Robert F. Smith. I wouldn't really know. Like, I heard about him last month or a month and a half ago from a radio show I listened to, Karen Hunter's show, and she was talking about him, and she was just talking about, and I guess he came from nowhere because he surpassed Oprah, and that's how Karen Hunter was talking about Robert F. Smith. She was saying,
so she already had him on the map beforehand. Then she already was talking about it before this happened.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, who is this guy that surpassed Oprah Winfrey, and he's black? Who is he? So she started researching and was like, wow, this is a very intelligent guy. And I'm not sure she ever actually had him on her show a few months ago, but I know she was talking about him heavy. And I'm glad to see that, he actually put his money where his mouth is, because he was actually talking, and and him paying off their tuition was kind of like, it was embedded in his speech that he was giving. And basically, he put everybody on Front Street going forward saying, hey, listen, I'm paying for their school. Alumni, what are you going to do for the next generation or the next graduates? So we'll see. And also, I look at it like this, man. Listen, he also said only thing he wants in return is for them to pay it forward. So, how hard is that? And pay it forward could be now you're a manager and you see someone who look like they need help and you give them a job. That's paying it forward. They have to qualify, number one, but that's paying it forward. It doesn't mean I got to now take my salary and pay somebody tuition. No, pay it forward could come in multiple ways. So shout out to him. That was a great way to spend your money, and believe me, you're going to be talked about for a while. And as far as Oprah, like I said again, she has a point. She does donate, and who are we to tell her what to do with her money? But he kind of put everyone else, not even her, on Front Street. As far as that's nice, because you always hear about Warren Buffett, who's damn near $50 billion. What does he do with his money? I don't know. He donates, but I don't know what he donates to. The same thing with Melinda and Bill Gates. I don't know what they do with their money, but you know what? They always donate their money in Africa. And it's weird how I was like, but what about people in the U.S.? So, that's the weird part. And no disrespect to the people in Africa, by all means, because we're black, and so by all means, keep on donating. But I don't understand.
Well, I wanted to touch on the Oprah thing.
What's up?
Real quick, because the thing I've been hearing reading on Twitter from some black women has been, why didn't Robert donate money to Spelman? Why are they only helping the black men out? Why aren't they helping the black women out? So I was like, first off,
crazy.
Is that really something necessary to really? Like, why can't we just be happy that black people in general are being helped out, because you don't know what these black men are going to do. And from what I know, don't black women go to Moorhouse for grad school? Like, doesn't Moorhouse allow black women into their grad school? Isn't it just like the undergrad where it's just black men?
Well, I think you're right, number one. And number two, for all the women or for all the people that complain, just do the math. Use common sense. Did he do a speech at Spelman? Because if he didn't, then come on. You know, let's be realistic. He only did it at the school that he did what speech was that? A commencement speech?
Moorhouse. Yeah, it's commencement speech. Yeah.
A commencement speech.
He was a guest speaker.
Speaker. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so if he's a guest speaker, then and he only did it for one school, then stop complaining. I can see if he did it at Moorhouse, went to Spelman, went to other schools, and didn't do anything for him. It's like, come on, stop it. It should. The last thing we should be doing as black men and black women is fighting each other.
Yes.
Right. And that's where I tie it back. So this is where I tie it back to Oprah. I'm like, if you're gonna complain to anyone, that's where the complaints for Oprah could be.
Yeah, tell her to go down and spend her money on Spelman. And
Exactly.
Guess what? Now you're gonna have another college screaming, "Well, come to me." It's just come on. It's never ending. Just take it for what it is. Just listen. For all we know, why would Spelman even have him do a commencement speech? Is it Spelman an all girl college?
All black women, yeah.
Yeah, all black women. So let me tell you something. The minute he started moving his lips, they were like, why this man gotta be here?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Jay Stokes, you know what I'm saying? They want to complain. They want to complain like, why? What? We couldn't find Olivia Pope. Sandra Rhines.
But here's my thing. What are you doing? You're complaining about this and that. What are you doing? This is the same beef I have with people complaining about his wife. Like, Robert Smith married a white woman who is a former Playboy bunny, and people are complaining about that, like he's not black enough and stuff like that. I'm like, why does that matter?
Wait. Former Playboy bunny?
Yes, she's a former Playboy bunny.
Why you didn't send me a picture?
Random.
Come on, man. Why I'm the last person to see how she used to look in Playboy? Come on, Jay Stokes.
Oh my god,
man. I want to see what she look like.
Oh my god.
I got my phone right next to me. You gonna send me that picture?
Oh my god.
Random.
I know, we gotta hit that button.
Not really. No. Jay Stokes know how we get down. He tells me something, I need to see it. So anyway, see, that's the problem, man. You know, you look at it like you and I, we have our off the mic conversation. We talk about Donald Glover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk about Donald Glover on how, you know, he comes out with the song "This Is America." He seemed like he's so pro-black, but then he I won't say only dates, but he's like only having baby by white women. So, but does that take away from his talent? And I think it doesn't. It's not to me. It's not important per se, but you know, it would be nice though if he actually had a sister on his side. But I don't think that should take away his message for Robert F. Smith or Donald Glover. For Robert F. Smith, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. Remember back when Barack won, they said he wasn't black enough because his mother was white. Like, come on, guys. When are we going to stop fighting amongst each other? Just get over it. Deal with the fact that the man did something nice, and that's that. He did something nice. He didn't have to do it. You know how many commencement speeches that happened? I've never heard anybody do this. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, and we can Google it and come back, but I'm going to say it now. I wonder if Warren Buffett ever did a commencement speech. Because if he did, only thing, I don't remember him doing anything like that.
Right. I mean, when it comes to the whole spouses of people who talk pro-black, obviously you look and you're like, it is kind of weird, because a part of pro-blackness is to further the black lineage, to have more black children. And I know the one drop rule and everything like that, but it's more than just that. It's keeping the money within the black community. So when you're black and you marry black, you share your you share your economic value. You share not your economic value. You share your money. You keep the wealth within the community, right? Whatever wealth that we do have. When you marry outside, it doesn't necessarily have to be white. But if you're black and you marry outside, then you're sharing your money with another community that probably has that money. So it's a very big, nuanced, very deep conversation that can be had at another time. But the bottom line is this: if a black individual is doing something positive for the black community, regardless of who they marry or who they are with, if they're doing something positive for the black community, they're not gonna rock with that. You can't knock that. You can't say, oh well, they're not black enough, so we're not gonna accept it. No, you accept what they're doing, let them live their life, and you live your life. If you're really pro-black, then you know not to be so critical of this person. You know, to let them live their life. If you're so pro-black, then you'll accept them for who they are and let them live their life, and then you'll marry your black spouse.
Exactly. Not everybody gonna see your view. The same thing with races, you know. Not you know, it's crazy. Not everyone gonna see your view. So just keep your comments to yourself and take it for what it is. And that's the problem with every group who feels that this person should not be dating this person. Whatever. That's not important. The important part is that 400 black men are now debt free from college. That's the most important part. And he has a point. The point is, okay, enough of all these rich people doing commencement speeches. What you gonna bring to the table besides a boring ass speech that's gonna last an hour? About 30 minutes? How long?
Whoa! What was that? You hear that noise?
Yeah, it's coming from you.
It is?
Yeah, dude.
What in the world?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa!
I just heard it, but you just put it. Yeah.
Something I got what I got going on here?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, let me go deal with that.
Wait. We're gonna end the show?
No, we're not gonna end the show. I'm gonna go deal with that right quick. Just hold it down hold it down till I get back. Hold on one second.
Okay. All right then. So now I'm not sure if anybody's been watching the NBA playoffs, but boy, last night the Warriors won. They swept Portland Trailblazers. And if you remember, when I did the show on last week Friday, I was talking about how the Portland Trailblazers was actually playing my team, which is not really my team, Golden State Warriors, and Golden State Warriors swept them last night, so they made it to the championship, right? Okay,
I got a bone to pick with you about that because I heard your podcast episode from last week.
What's up?
When you're trying to rag on my team, the Sixers. Okay, first off,
no one should ever say that they're a Sixers fan.
No. You don't get on my team when I'm not here to defend them. Okay.
Well, that was last week, so I don't want to talk.
Now, you are a homer, okay? The Golden State Warriors are your team.
Okay.
The only reason you jumped on that
radio show, didn't I tell you? Fans, listeners, didn't I tell you? I'm a homer, right? How am I a homer when I stress to you guys that I do not have a team? I just like the Warriors. No, Jay Stokes is a homer because he's still with that raggedy ASS team.
How am I a homer? A homer is someone who jumps on the bandwagon.
No, that's not a homer. That's not a homer. A homer is a person that's a fanboy. You're a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy. Okay.
A homer jumps on a bandwagon.
That's not a homer. That's a fan. No, wait, hold on. No, that's a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy. See, you are a homer because Joel Embiid can't do nothing wrong. You don't ever criticize no shot astronaut, Ben Simmons, no shot having butt, So what are we talking about now? Anyway, like I was saying, shout outs to the Golden State Warriors, another championship. Here we go. Now we got to run through what's his name? I don't know. They're playing tonight, so it can either be the Bucks or
dang.
Who's that?
Dang, I can't even defend myself.
You can't. Hey, listen, playoff starts May 30th. Can you believe that?
Dang.
Homer. May 30th.
Homer, someone who shows blind loyalty to a team or organization, typically ignoring any shortcomings or faults they have.
Dun, dun, dun. Who's right? Who's right? Jay Random.
I hate you. Listen, I recognize the faults.
Blind. Can't
I
see even with your glasses
recognize
on.
I recognize the faults that the Sixers have. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
ignore the faults that the Sixers have. Okay, that's number one.
Okay.
Number two, I'm not blindly loyal. I'm just loyal to my
What?
squad because I like my squad.
What? You understand
You
how
are the
that sound?
blindly loyal one.
Do you understand how bad that sound? I'm not a racist, but I'm a racist sometimes. Which one is it?
You are the one
one
that's
is it?
loyal to the Warriors,
I'm not
and
loyal to
you
the
are
Warriors.
a bandwagon fan.
See,
Okay.
first of all, okay, let's get something straight. Not a bandwagon fan. I do not have a team. My team is the 1998 Chicago Bulls.
That does not help your case at all. Okay.
So
that does not help your case at all.
No, it does, because I only watch basketball because the Golden State Warriors makes it fun. Everybody else look like they crying on the field, like Joel Embiid. Everybody like they always crying and pitiful, or like they gotta use the bathroom, like they got the straight resting bitch face. And it's like, dude, you're getting paid millions just to play basketball. Stop crying. You know, like how they said Kyrie has to be the most unhappiest basketball player they ever met. Yeah. That's a lot of these teams. They just, like, LeBron James is so focused and so unhappy. He's missing the point. He's missing the fact that he is a good basketball player because he's so locked into the fact that
he wants to win.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, but the problem is, though, you got to enjoy it. Like the Golden State Warriors, they enjoy it. Okay?
Fanboy. Bandwagon.
Not a fanboy.
Call you bandwagoner. Bandwagon. Bandwagon.
You are a homer. I am not a homer. Because let me tell you something.
I don't show blind loyalty.
I say all this to say I do not believe the Warriors are going to win the championship. I say all that to say that.
I do. I believe they are.
We'll see. Listen, NBA playoff starts May 3rd, May 30th. Can you believe that? That's pretty soon. That's right. That's next week. That's next week Thursday.
I mean, the Bucks better wrap up this series with the Raptors right quick,
or they're gonna be tired. But can you believe that? Like, yo, do you remember back in the days when the NBA used to the
June
playoffs?
6th.
Yeah,
June 6th.
Like, why are they moving stuff up so much, man? And then they have the MVP announcement like June 27th. Like, everybody's over basketball by then.
Mm-hmm.
They do everything so backwards, man. Like, when is the I think the draft starts next week, right? I think it does.
It should. All I know was I was laughing during that lottery when New York didn't get the number 1 pick.
Ooh.
Man,
Ooh.
I called you right away.
Yeah,
that was cracking up so much.
That was crazy.
That was hilarious.
Did you find that sound, by the way?
What sound?
I don't know the sound that made you get up. Kept on hearing something.
Oh, yeah. It was something happening in my apartment. I'm so happy I'm moving out of here. Oh, yeah. Everything's just off.
That's how it normally works. When you're about to leave, everything starts to fall apart.
Yeah, for real. Okay.
It never seems to fail. When you about to, when you done had it up to here and fed up with something, that's when it starts to fall apart. You be like, hey, what's going on?
Speaking of never seeming to fail, it seems that I just saw this news flash. Sierra is winning right now. Like, she can never do any wrong. She just got accepted into a 4-day Harvard Business School program.
What? For what? What you gonna do? Pop lock?
I don't know, but obviously, her celebrity. Well, I was gonna say her celebrity has something to do with it. I don't want to make that statement, but I think her celebrity might have some influence on that.
Yeah, like, what is she going? Yeah, I don't know what is she doing for 4 days. You get a 4-day degree? I'm confused. What do you get in 4 days besides a term paper? Like, what do you get?
I mean, Harvard does have that. I think you get a certificate or something. I don't know.
In 4 days?
Yeah.
That certificate is about as good as a wet food stamp.
But but at this point, like, when you have, I looked up her network the other day because I was trying to make a point to somebody that
it's $5.50.
Nah, her network, like, she's not that far off from Russell Wilson in terms of her husband, in terms of how much money she makes.
What? How much money she makes?
I think she's like at 30 million and he's like at 50 million.
How? What did she do?
Well, remember, Goodies was a big hit back in the day. Like Sierra had hits back in the day. All you need is that one hit. Remember, they used to put the songs on the ringtone for the phones that came out. So
You said she's 30 million though. 30 million relevant or 30 million? I mean, recent or 30 million like total?
net worth. I'm gonna look it up again. So I said that her net worth was 30 million, 20 million. Her net worth is 20 million. And now I'm gonna look up her husband, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's net worth is 42 million. Well, it's 42 million in 2016.
Yeah, you know he signed that new contract.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to be making a lot more. But yeah, I was just saying it's crazy. And then Future, the man that Sierra had another child with,
Is it still $1 million?
Nah, Future's like, I think Future's really up there. Let's see.
Yo,
Future's net worth.
when I checked Future Network when they were together, he was only worth 1.5. So
Well, he's worth 30 now.
what? That's a lie.
I don't know how people are making this money.
Yo, I don't know how people. You know what? Enron must be right. I mean, Enron and Arthur Anderson. I'm sorry, Arthur. I think it's Anderson, right? The accounting firm. Yeah, they come up with them fake numbers. Those some fake numbers, man. Yeah, Jared, go check out Chemistry Network. See what it is.
Oh my God. Yo, really, dude? Really? You got to put us on Front Street like that?
Yo, if they say that we even relevant, then I know all the other numbers are lying. the line numbers. Man, those are fiat numbers, man. Those numbers
our net worth is like $1,000, baby. $1,000.
Oh man, go check out Chemistry Network. Check my
$1,000.
network. Google me, son.
Oh my God. Yeah. Too much.
Man.
Too much.
Put us out on Front Street like that, Jared. Can't believe it.
I ain't put us out on Front Street. You did.
Nah, Jay Stokes, that was all you, man. They can't tell the difference.
This dude said, "Yo, check out our net worth." Really? And you know we are struggling in small business trying to work our way up, and you just gonna put us out on Front Street like that? Really?
Check our net worth.
Woo. All right. Well, we're recording this episode on a Tuesday. We're gonna release it on a Friday. Jay Random. One last thing before we go. I want to know who you got tonight, Bucks or Raptors?
I'm gonna have the Raptors.
Okay. I don't want to see Drake smile.
Well, I only got them just because I want Milwaukee to be tired. So when they play the Warriors.
Okay, fanboy.
I know. I'm making the case. Oh man. Oh man. Hey, listen. Tonight's show is always good, like always.
Yes, sir. So
everyone, hey, have a lovely week, and we'll be
weekend when they hear this.
Yeah, exactly. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back live in person. Hey, so real quick, you're gonna be around here, so we should do the show live here.
That'll be good. That'll be very good.
Sounds good. All right then, Jay Stokes, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Been real. Peace.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.